I've got a love of my own. Yeah. I can hear you, but I'm not supposed to say anything back, BT dubs. Oh, I'm not supposed to say anything to you. I can hear you, but yeah, I'm not supposed to say stuff because people are signing on. Actually, yeah, they can. Facebook is captioning what I say right now. Um, so it should be posting on your page now. See. This is gathering music for you. This is gathering music for you. Perhaps you're drinking tea. Perhaps you're sitting on the poo-poo. Perhaps you're drinking coffee. Save some for me. This is gathering music. Woohoo. This is gathering music. Woohoo. If you are not busy, you've come to the right place. Why would you be busy? I don't know what rhymes with place. You've got a beautiful face. You've got a beautiful face. Let's share this live stream to your friends on Facebook. Share this, friends, to your Facebook. I just did that. I just did that. This is gathering music for me and you. This is gathering music. Hope you're done with the poo-poo. Pour yourself a drink. Cuddle in a blanket. Or if you're Alex, a slanket. A slanket, it's a real thing. It's a knockoff of the real thing. Of the Snuggie? That's the thing. Alright, here we go. We're live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook. Comment. Let's see. Where are you watching from? Watching from What'd You Eat for Breakfast? Gonna pin that question here on the Facebook page. I would love to know. We would love to know where you're watching from. What you ate for breakfast. I had some delicious, I've been drinking some delicious coffee here from Trailhead Roasters. Cheers. The twins had bagels, a like deliciously whole roasted Japanese sweet potato, and I just got crumbs of the stuff that they ate. So that is my life. But I have coffee, so you know. Where am I watching from? I guess I'm watching myself from my basement studio here in Portland, Oregon. Where are you coming from? We got 10 people watching here on Facebook. We have a couple people on YouTube. Let me know, where are you watching from? All right, we got some people. Let's see. Jeff. I miss Froggy. I miss Abby Weisenblum's house show. Jeff just had a new dryer installed. Haven't made poo-poo yet. He's gonna have an egg and salmon bagel and snuggle into this show. An egg and salmon bagel. Oh, that sounds awesome. I'm jealous. Jim, what's up? Brooklyn, my kitchen, cereal, and now eating soup. Thanks for asking. Any guesses, dear audience, as to what kind of soup Jim may be eating? My first guess would be potato leek. Classic. Alex is watching from San Francisco, eating cereal with banana, drinking coffee. And Wayne simply eating pistachios. A gerund eating pistachios. Welcome to CupOJoe. Welcome to this episode where we replace cow's milk with almond milk. If you haven't already, share this live stream. Sharing is caring. Come get your friends to hang out with us and snuggle into this show, as Jeff said, by sharing it as a watch party onto your Facebook profile. Today's theme is replaced. What are we replacing? Why are we replacing it? These are all the questions that we will answer throughout the duration of the show. Jerry Lieblich is joining us from Williamstown, Massachusetts. They ate a decadent chocolate croissant. Come on, Joe, come on. They ate a decadent chocolate croissant. Decadent. Sacramento, Mickey representing Sacramento, California, drinking green tea and eating vegan pumpkin waffles. That's so Sacramento. Which it now is, right? It used to be, Eggo waffles and, Miss Butterworth. But now Sacramento, California is drinking green tea and eating vegan pumpkin waffles. Claire Davis, hello from Eugene. Davis. I'm guessing that I'm eating Manhattan Clam Chowder, Campbell's Chunky. Ooh, you realize that's my mom's favorite soup. That brand too. Okay, I'm getting carried away here. Let's focus. Today we have an amazing guest. His name is Cuchulain Kelly. He's a singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist based in Eugene, Oregon. He's also a legit bass. Let's go over and say hello, Cuchulain.
You know I'm all about that bass, no treble.
Bam! Beautiful. You can expect that and more when we have Cuchulain on in a sec. Support this program at Venmo or PayPal. Anything helps. Anything helps keep the show going. And then also sharing the program and filling the stream with likes is also good for things, apparently, because then the little bubbles pop up, and with each bubble rises my hopes of joy and freedom. So hearts, likes, the little thumbs up. Show your love through Facebook. Okay. Here we go. Replaced. I was 3 years old when my sister came into the world, my younger sister, and I think I felt replaced at the time. My parents always tell me about how as soon as she was born and came home, I stopped walking, which I'd been doing for over a year, and I immediately started crawling exclusively. Which I think tells us a lot about the human condition, right? It's, we develop these individual liberties and freedoms, and we're like, yeah, I can do this. And then we see someone who is maybe suffering, and then they get a lot of love and attention and care, and then it's like, no, I can't. I don't want this liberty anymore. I can't do it. Have pity on me as well. Or maybe it's just the Joe condition. That is me. So don't come around here and be worse off than me, because I will out worse off you. Another thing that I replaced in my life was my language. I was born in Korea, moved to the U.S. when I was 6, and English has colonized my mouth. I would say Korean is certainly not my strong suit anymore. I speak it about as well as a slow and dumb second grader, I would say. So yeah, English has replaced it, but I held on. I hold on via songs. I'm really excited about this song that I'm about to play for many reasons. The main reason is that it's in Korean, but the secondary reason is that there will be a backing track. And the backing track will have corresponding squares of Joe. This is the first time I've done this. So in the great words of Samuel L. Jackson, hold on to your butts. 아무리 기다려도 난 못 가 바보처럼 울고 있는 너의 곁에 상처만 주는 나를 왜 모르고 기다리니 떠나가란 말에 보고 싶다 이런 내가 미워질 만큼 울고 싶다 내게 무릎 꿇고 모두 없던 일이 될 수 있다면 미칠 듯 사랑했던 기억이 추억들이 너를 잡고 있지만 사랑이란 병명에 너를 가둘 수 없어. 이러면 안 되지만 죽을 만큼 보고 싶다. 보고 싶다. 이런 내가 미워질 만큼 보고 싶다. 내게 무릎 꿇고 모두 없던 일이 될 수 있다면 미칠 듯 사랑했던 기억이 추억들이 너를 잡고 있지만 더 이상 사랑이란 병명에 너를 가둘 수 없어. 이러면 안 되지만 죽을 만큼 보고 싶다. 죽을 만큼 보고 싶다. All right, Guitar Joe, you were out of tune. It's unacceptable. Oh man, that's the first time I've done that. I think I'll do it more. It wasn't too difficult. Video editing, it's like everyone has to do it now. All right, here we go. We have some other people tuning in. Mickey, I love my socks too. There's a mountain range, some pine trees. Oh, wait. Oh, let me go to the other one so you can actually see it. Boom. There's a mountain range. Here we go. There's a little sun, a tree, very Oregonian, which is how I is now. Brooklyn living, Portland, Oregon. 1 stick of gum. Callie's eating 1 stick of gum. Dude. That is power to you. Oh. Watch out, BTS. Joe Squares are coming. What's up, Joe Squares? That's my favorite K-pop ballad of all time. It's from a drama called Winter Sonata that really started the entire international Korean drama obsession. The Hallyu Wave, as it is known. Yeah. So, okay, let's move on. We are going to also talk about replacement in the form of technology. There's a little story, name of John Henry. He was a steel driving man. This is the time of the railroads, and he's a legendary man who could hammer in so many railroad tracks. But he died trying to beat the steam engine, which could drive in perhaps a little bit more with consistency. So this next song is my great FU to technology. No looping, just improv, acoustic violin freestyle. We'll see what happens. Looking at the comments, I love these. Keep these coming. If you have any suggestions on what I should riff on, please post them into the comments. Here we go. Nice. Here we go. Okay. What's amazing is that I have a dear friend coming onto the show. Um, as I said earlier on, but it seems like more people are joining in. Cuchulain Kelly is a singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist based in Eugene, Oregon. So please give it up for Cuchulain.
Thank you.
And
Thank
in
you,
this
everybody.
corner.
That's right. Thank you, Joe, for having me on the show.
Oh, it's my pleasure. How you doing?
I'm doing so much better after watching you play those two tunes. Wow, that was awesome. I loved each of those, especially the first one. Man, it sounded so good in your voice.
Yeah, it's it's Saturday at 10 a.m.
Yep.
Just takes me back to so Cuchulain was also in my in the collegiate a cappella group that we both happened to be a part of. We sang a lot of retirement homes.
Early in the morning. That's
Very
right.
early in the morning. Lord.
10 a.m. That's right, Lord. Well, I guess for our East Coast tuners, it's not that early in the morning. In fact, it's the afternoon at this point. But for us here on the West Coast, we're just warming up the vocal cords, and to that extent, singing as high as you did on that first tune is very impressive.
I started warming up as soon as I woke up today because I was like, I gotta hit those notes. Amazing. So if you have, yes, DJ, yes, how's it going, Jim? Yes.
Hey, Mom.
If you have any questions for Cuchulain during this interview, or actually, if you have them for me right now, please post them in the comments, and I will surprise him, nay, ambush him with said questions. But first, we start as we do every interview on CupOJoe. Do you have a childhood memory that you would like to share with us?
When you were sharing your childhood memory of your potential feeling of being replaced by your sister being born and you walking, then going back to crawling, for some reason, I swear this connects in my brain. It does, but maybe it doesn't connect for the people watching. I was having the memory of I don't remember learning how to walk. I don't remember learning how my younger brother Finn learning how to walk, but I do remember Cormac learning how to walk. I'm the oldest of four. We all have very Irish names. Cuchulain is an Irish name. Anyways, Cormac, what we used to do, he was the cutest little baby. He used to be in this little bouncy chair, and he used to be so flexible as babies used to be. We used to take his feet and bend them so that they were like behind his ears, and he used to love that. He used to just like laugh as much as possible. And yeah, I think that contributed to who he is today and who I am today.
As in, you are a pretzel maker and he is a pretzel.
Correct. Something along those lines. It's a miracle that he learned to walk or survived any of that.
Little siblings.
That's right.
Bless their hearts.
That's right.
Okay, cool. So we're actually going to jump straight into a collaboration, a little song. This theme, of course, Replaced, was inspired by Cuchulain's, I guess, almost latest music video that he put out there, a song called Replaced. Do you want to introduce the song a little bit?
Totally, yeah. So this is a song called Replaced. It is the latest single that's been dropped on Spotify. There's a music video out there. Should I give the backstory now, or do I want to do that later?
Up to let's do it later. Sure, yeah, that's a good one.
Let's do it later.
Yeah.
Okay. Replaced. This song has taken on new meaning over the course of the past year. I've gotten some feedback that this is an incredibly dark song that sounds very upbeat. So take this with a grain of salt, folks, and I hope you enjoy it. 1, 2, 3. Well, just as you have replaced, you will be replaced. Just as you have replaced, oh, you will be replaced. Out with the old, in with the new. Before too long, that's gonna mean you. There's not a thing that you can do, you will be replaced. Well, there will come a time when you're long forgot, when you're long forgot. There will come a time when you're long forgot, oh, when you're long forgot. Oh, you can carve your name into a stone, it'll wash away like blood from bone. Join us all in the great unknown, when you're long forgot. It's coming for you, it's coming for you, it's coming for you, it's coming for you. Just as you have replaced, oh, you be replaced. Take it, Joe. That's right. Well, what will you do with the time you have? With the time you have? What will you do with the time you have? Oh, with the time you have? Will you hold old grudges and harbor fear, or tell the world that you love it, dear? Make some noise and spread the cheer with the time you have. Does it make you sad or set you free to know you'll be replaced? Oh, whoa, make you sad or set you free to know you'll be replaced. Your record of games lost and won will fade into oblivion. Nothing done can't be undone when you know you'll be replaced. It's coming for you. It's coming for you. It's coming for you. Whoa, it's coming for you. Whoa, just as you have replaced, you will be replaced. I said, now just as you have replaced, you will be replaced. Whoa, whoa, just as you have replaced, you will be replaced. Just as you have replaced, you will be replaced.
Hey, awesome, amazing. Yes, we shall. Yes, we shall. It's very liberating in one sense. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, let's jump straight into it. What is that song about? Yes, yes, Miss O'Neill Kelly, Miss OK.
I wonder if that person is in any way related to me.
I
The
don't.
person who's
I wouldn't guess. She does know Cormac.
Could actually give birth to both of us. Who knows?
Yes. Oh, great. Jim asks, how the hell are you guys able to play together at the same time? Are you magically following Colin's lag, Joe? Great. I was hopeful. We're just playing, and we were hopeful that the lag wasn't too bad, and luckily it wasn't too bad. Tom James in the house. Jerry Lieblick also as well. Wow, Miss OK with a lot of awesome emojis. I absolutely love that. So yeah, replaced. What's going on, Colin? What are you gonna share with us here?
I'll just start out by saying that I cope with most things through humor, and I think that comes out in my songwriting. Actually, I think that might be a trait that I picked up from the a cappella group that we were both a part of. Humor was an essential part of our performances back in the day. To that end, when I find a topic that strikes a chord, so to speak, with me, I love to dance around it, poke fun at it, and have fun with it. And this, there've been a couple of shows, a couple of tours where I've played this song, and I've often introduced it with timely, topical, political introductions, such as, for example, this goes out to the man in the White Office, or in the Oval Office, the White House. This one goes out to Mitch McConnell. Anyways,
Ye old.
politics, ye old. That's right. But it actually started out with, a trip back to college to go see that group that we performed in, and
Mm.
I noticed that uh, the group had gone on without me, without us,
Mm.
and we had been replaced by babies. They looked like these young kids who to me looked like they were fresh out of the womb with the chubby cheeks and everything. No offense to anybody in the current group right now, but they sounded great, and I was just like, wow, this thing that I was a part of just has continued to go on without me, even though I have been replaced, and
Mm.
it made me very melancholy and sad at first.
Mm.
But then, like you said, it was very liberating to know that, no matter what I do, I can carve my name into a stone, and it just like Ozymandias, it'll wash away like blood from bone.
Hmm.
Um,
Well, for the viewers out there, um, the Society of Orpheus and Bacchus, which is the a cappella group, otherwise known as the SOBs, it was not just a singing group, right? It was a real fraternity in every sense of the word. Although, 3 or 4 years ago, I would have been really reluctant to use that moniker. But really, it was a group of all men. There was a house. You have to rush in order to get into an a cappella group at Yale, and it became, at least for me, my identity as a student was ensconced, entrenched in this group. So yeah, the idea of replacing, then going to see the kids and they don't know who you are. That was, yeah. I've had a very similar experience where, it's like, yeah, like, I'm the music director. Gosh darn
hmm,
it! Mwahahaha.
yeah,
And then 3 years later or 4 years later, you go back and they're like, who the hell is this guy?
yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody knows you,
Nobody.
and
Yeah.
that's fine. And that's fine. You know.
Yeah. It took a little while to get to that point, though, right?
Hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Well, because you move on, you get replaced, and
Mm.
then you yourself move on in some sense. You have to move forward. You have to go on to new and bigger and better things.
Right. We do know people who hold on.
Hmm.
Doesn't look good.
Well,
Well, because it gets stale.
you move people move forward in different ways, I would say.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah,
Mm. Tess,
we all.
Sam and Tess are tuning in. Jim, I prefer cult to fraternity. Fair, fair, very fair. The fraternity debate continues. I remember sitting with Alex Walker, and his partner, and my partner Natasha, and we were all having brunch, I think, in Sacramento, and we had this furious debate about fraternity. And then it's like, no, we were in many ways very misogynistic. We were maybe not the traditional stereotype of frat brothers. Um, in terms of what we looked like, but in many ways we were. Um, okay, we're gonna move on to a fun little game that I like to call "How Low Can You Go?"
Mhm.
Wait. How low can you go? All right, and very easy game. I will sing one note, the other person will sing a lower note, and we will continue until we cannot continue. So, la,
La la
la,
la
la,
la
la,
la
la.
la.
And we have a winner! Nice. All right. Thank you for playing How Low Can You Go?
What fun.
Join us next time for a variation, How High Can You Go?
Hmm.
So, Cuchulain, you went to Yale University. And was that something that was kind of in the realm of possibility for you? Was that an expectation that you would go to an Ivy League school? What kind of family are you coming from? And was Yale a surprise or more like, okay, like I finally did it?
I'd say it for me. I don't know about my parents and my family and those around me. It came as something of a surprise. Um, I'd say that. So I come from rural South Carolina.
Mm.
Grew up in Sharon, South Carolina, a place nobody's ever heard of, I'm sure, except for the Miss O'Neill Kelly, who's uh, my mother, who's tuned in, and whoever's watching with her at our home in Rock Hill, South Carolina. I love you, Mom. This one goes out to you. Um, you know, I'm very fortunate to come from a background where I had a very supportive family. My mom and my dad and my family very much supported my education
Mm.
in a lot of different ways. My teachers and my parents encouraged me to apply to this place called the Governor's School for Science and Mathematics in South Carolina, um, which was this incredible opportunity to learn from some of the best teachers in the state at an incredibly low cost. It was a boarding school, a
Mm.
public boarding school
Hmm.
um, that we paid. I want to say like $1,200 per semester for just food, which is probably like cheaper than it would have been having me at home. Um, in any case, that I was very fortunate to have a number of circumstances that encouraged me to shoot for the stars and
Mm.
apply to a bunch of different Ivies
Hmm.
um, and safety schools. And I was
Sure.
surprised, but very, very pleased to get into Yale and to have those opportunities available to me.
Hmm.
Um,
So then you went to
and
this amazing location, this amazing place, as
mhm,
did I. And, like all my friends became consultants and iBankers, the academic here and there. And you had a stable 9 to 5, and then you became a musician.
that's right.
What were you thinking, man? What were you doing?
What was I thinking? Well, Joe, yeah, you're right. I have a degree in environmental engineering. Um, and for the longest time, I thought I was going to be an engineer.
Hmm.
I was putting numbers in line. I did a consulting thing for a little while. Yep, I was doing a lot of that for my entire waking hours during the middle of the week, and then something I can't quite put my finger on it what just drastically changed in the world around like 2016,
Hmm.
maybe,
Oh.
give or take. I wonder what it was. And then, lining up numbers for somebody else didn't really add up for me anymore.
Hmm.
Um, and I decided to kind of around that time lean into the music thing.
Hmm.
And I thought, kind of getting back to that theme of replaced, there's only so much time I have here,
Hmm.
and so only so much I can do with this life that I've been given. And I love doing music. I think it brings out the best in me and the best in people around me if I can help them to do music. And that really has given me the inspiration, the gumption to jump off this ledge.
Hmm.
And I'm kind of imagining the two of us holding hands with like parachutes, hoping that they're gonna open as we jump off this ledge together.
Oh, it's not.
Um,
We're not paragliding. We just jumped.
right,
Okay.
correct. It's a leap of faith, you know.
Well, so Miss O'Neill Kelly, Dad, Cormac, Una,
Correct. That is the correct pronunciation of that. Yes. Oonagh. Una.
Una, are all watching, listening. What were your parents' reactions when you're like, so I'm gonna do this?
Well, if you want to know, I sent them this. Maybe this is the type A nerd in me coming out, but I sent them like a long letter, like a
Mm,
4-page letter
mm,
where they knew that I was leaving my job, and they had been asking, okay, so what's next? And I had been kind of avoiding that question for a couple of weeks, and I sent them this letter, and I was like, kind of laid out, I think I can do this. And
mm.
they were incredibly, incredibly effusively supportive. I think I emailed it to them, and then within minutes, both of them texted me, and they were like, "Do it." And it really just, it's so. I'm very fortunate to have a family that is that loving and that supportive.
Wow.
So, thank you so much. Love you guys.
Wow. Yay. When I told my mom, so I was a high school English teacher for 4 years, and I was in the middle of applying to grad school. And I was in Korea because my parents had moved back. And I told my mom, I'm going to do this. I'm going to quit. I'm going to do music full time. And she just glared at me and said, "Why did you go to Yale?"
Yeah.
She's on board now, but it's a tale of opposites here as
Right.
far as parental reactions are concerned. So we were in the SOBs. Do you have a favorite tour story? I'll start with one. First of all, if you have questions for Cuchulain, of course, please post them. We have lots of people tuning in. Sam Phelps, hey, Madeline Thomas, we love you doing music too.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah,
Mamie.
Jen Horton Williams, Rick,
Thanks, Jen.
yes, Rick from Woodstock, New York. Yeah, so we have all these people. If you have questions for Cuchulain, anything is on the table.
Ask me anything.
Anything, please post it in the comments. When I was in the SOBs, we were really into pranks. In fact, and by we I mean my Bacchus, who was kind of the spiritual leader of the group, wrote a letter of waging war essentially to all the other a cappella groups on campus, and for 4 years we basically. And this is a tradition that goes back really to the founding of the whole darn thing in 1938. But we inflicted a lot of damage, good and bad. Let's see. We found out while we were on tour that another group, the Spizwinks, was also in the same area. We decided to go to the concert. They didn't know we were there. And decorate their cars. And the way that we decorated their cars was by our supplies were peanut butter, canned clams, and tuna fish. Now, the Orpheus and Bacchus logo is a dolphin, and so we really embraced that seafood theme. I don't know where the peanut butter comes in, but we slathered peanut butter on every single window of their car, of their tour vehicle, and then into the vents we poured the clam juices, as well as the tuna fish into the grill.
Wow.
And smashed it into the grill of the car. And
Wow.
as you know, we're not flying around. We're college kids driving basically for hours and upon hours all day as we tour the United States. We did that. Now, 10 years ago, I would have been like, yeah, we did that. And now I'm like, oof, we did that. We really inflicted harm upon people for no apparent reason.
Right.
Yeah, that's the end of my
Laugh at
story.
others' expense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took him some time to clean that up, I'm sure. And yeah, maybe they got a kick out of it. Probably not. One of those things. So my favorite story, and maybe this is bringing it full circle, talking about how inflicting, doing a prank, a joke on someone else at their expense comes back to get you in the end. We were singing a concert in my hometown, and we were wearing all suits, and I had the idea of asking my family and one of my really good buddies, Andrew Harris, to fill up a pie full of whipped cream, and I coordinated with him without letting any of the other members of the group know that I was doing this, that I wanted him to give it to me at the end of the concert so I could pie the musical director in the face, who was Tom James, who I think is tuning in right now. Tom, I am so sorry because, anyways, this happened. And then Tom was really not expecting it and did not like it one bit. But showing you kind of how it comes back to get you in the end, my friend had prepared a second pie for me that I didn't know about. So he pied me in the face.
Instant karma.
And then instant karma. And for the remainder of that tour, which was, I think, another like week and a half, 2 weeks, both Tom's and my suits smelled like sour milk because it was just this whipped cream that had been like slowly rotting over in the heat of the southern winters. Anyways, Tom, so sorry. I should have just had Andrew just pie me in the face and had to suffer that burden alone.
Bam. Amazing. Amazing. We have some questions here. Are you wearing pants, first of all?
This is a question for me. The answer is yes, I am wearing pants, but they are pajama pants.
Bam.
Um,
What are you listening to most these days? What are you listening to?
yeah, so people just got their Spotify Wrapped this week. If you use Spotify, um, my top three artists were Bahamas, Fiona Apple,
Mm,
and there was one other. Oh, Dirty Projectors.
mm,
Um, Specifically, my top three songs were "Not Cool Anymore" by Bahamas, um, and "Overlord" by the Dirty Projectors, and "Shamika" by
mm.
Fiona Apple. Fiona Apple's album "Fetch the Bolt Cutters,"
So good.
hands down best album of the year in my opinion. Oh my goodness.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah, really inspiring, honestly. So inspiring.
Mhm.
I've been listening to a lot of Mel Torme again recently. I was really into that in college, and then
Mm,
recently I think I need some soothing. So I've been listening to that, Charlie Hunter Trio,
mm,
um, and a lot of children's songs.
mm. Soothe the soul, man.
Something. Cool. Okay. We're also asking, what is the CD on the top of the door frame behind you?
Ooh, that right there. Okay, so there are two things behind me I'd like to draw your attention to. This one right here is the first album that I ever released along with my partner Claire Derby with our band Handsome Hound. That is the album when it went double platinum. I'm just kidding, it hasn't gone double platinum, but CD Baby, the distributor, sent us that, and they were like, "You did it, you made a thing," and it was really nice, and we've used them ever since. There's another thing right
Ooh, I
there.
see it.
My brother Cormac made a spectrograph of one of our songs, Mountain on Fire. And basically, what that is he visualized the waveforms of the song and kind of made it's kind of like a topographical mountainous map of the song
Huh.
in blue and yellow. And it just is one of the best gifts that I've ever received. And I
Mm,
keep it right there as inspiration.
mm,
Um, so,
mm.
both of them as inspiration, honestly. So, there you go.
Amazing. You so you just released a new music video yesterday. Is that correct?
That's right. That's right.
Been
So
there.
I've got Been There. I've got two songs out this year. One of them has Been There. The other is Replaced. Both of them have music videos online, and yeah, the music video for Been There dropped yesterday, and could not be prouder of it. It was really a team effort. I had two incredible videographers help me out with it. One of them was Kendall Rock in Seattle. The other one is Clara Derby, based right here in Eugene, just
Mm-hmm.
just in the other room. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yep, that's right. Um, and it's somewhat of a fundraiser for the Save Our Stages campaign.
Mm.
That's right. We filmed it. So I, along with every other musician on the face of this planet, had all of our tours, all of our gigs wiped clean this year, including a tour of the West Coast and Pacific Northwest for me specifically.
Mm.
And so the thought was, can I support these venues that are really struggling right now? And can I somehow memorialize this weird year without touring? So we went on a tour for nobody and filmed the music video in a couple of the different places that I might have played
Mm.
on tour. Um, so check out the video, check out the Save Our Stages campaign, and yeah, let's get through this thing.
Well, it's a beautiful music video. Everyone should check it out. At Cuchulain Music, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all the things. Please follow Cuchulain. Cuchulain, awesome having you here. Awesome chatting as always.
Thank you for having me.
We also have a song that we're working on. That may be going out sometime in 2021. So,
Oh, 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 yeah.
or,
Well,
but,
we got it. We can't say too much about that now. The management gets upset.
oh, right. Yeah. All right. Wonderful having you, Cuchulain. We will talk to you soon. Thank you so much, and yeah, we'll see you soon.
Thank you so much. Bye, Joe.
Peace. Bye. Amazing. Yes, Rick Torme swings Schubert Alley. That's an awesome one. I'm fond of the George Shearing one, where it's just Mel Torme and George Shearing just lighting up a crowd. Lullaby Birdland, specifically on that track, is every time. Yeah, amazing. Cuchulain is amazing. Please check it out. 2 weeks from now, we have Daryl Grant, who is a professor at Portland State University, amazing jazz pianist who has toured the world, and he will be dropping by CupOJoe. So 2 weeks from now, please mark your calendars, or just follow along. Instagram, join my mailing list, joekai.com/joinjoe. Then you'll be kept up to date. Thank you to all the CupOJoe supporting partners, including Bravo Youth Orchestra. They have their big winter concert on December 9th. I'll be hosting a watch party on my Facebook page, so find me then and we can comment on how amazing these kids are. Yeah. So, short ditty. We have a little thank you ditty for Heather, who filled out the CupOJoe feedback. So we'll end the show with that. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Jim, Jen, Tom, T, Jeff, man, all the people on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Thank you very much. And here we go. Heather, thank you. Heather, thank you for filling out the survey. Heather, I'm gonna chase you away. With this song. Let's embrace the holidays. Here we go. Happy holidays to you, Heather. Happy December 5th to every single one of you. This has been another episode of CupOJoe. We had Cuchulain guest. We talked about instant karma, and us sang in Korean, and us sang in Korean, and I sang in Korean, and I sang in Korean, and I sang in Korean. Thank you, Heather, for. Thank you, Heather, for. Thank you, Zang in Korea. Zang in Korea. nothing in Korea. Nothing in Korea. See you all in a couple weeks. Nothing in Korea. Thank you for tuning in. Nothing in Korea.